Hi everybody, this is my unboxing video for the Microsoft Surface Pro. Okay, one question is, there's 35,000 unboxing videos out there. Why do another unboxing video for the Surface Pro? The way I looked at it, I'm going to go out and not reuse a lot of equipment. So I'm going to do an unboxing video based on all the things that I think I would need to be able to put together a decent kit. So today we're going to look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. This is the 128 gig Microsoft Surface Pro. It's got Windows 8 on it. We're going to have a look at the Wedge Touch mouse, a couple of adapter dongles to go output to VGA and HDMI. We've got the Surface Pro type cover. We're going to have a look at the SanDisk chip, and I've got the amCase neoprene cover, and I've got this Manvex leather folio cover. Read the reviews for yourself, make an informed decision based on what you want to buy. But I went out and did a lot of reading, and these products were, especially these guys, were the ones that seem to be the market contenders, so the ones I want to go with. Okay, so unboxing the Surface Pro. One of the things that freaked me out when I first took this out of the shipping case is you pull it out of the box and it says Surface. And I'm like, oh my God, I bought a Surface Pro, not a Surface. They shipped me the wrong thing. So you look at it, if it says Windows 8 Pro, and with all the other information on the back of it, 128 gig, yada, 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 you're like, oh, okay, this really is the right one. So if that freaks you out a little bit too, if you're buying a new one, don't freak out. This really is the Surface Pro. It just comes in a box that just says Surface. Another piece of tape over here on this side. Oh, it's like angels or something. Alright, here's our power supply. One of the interesting things I've seen on some of the stuff on the web is there's a USB charging port right here built into the power supply. So I thought that was kind of cool, something to point out in my video as well. There's the Surface Pro itself, your instruction booklet, and the stylus pen. Some of the other folks have commented about, so you do get a pretty decent amount of length on the power cord. It's about almost a yard. I'm going to plug this guy in now because I know he did not have much in the way of juice when they're shipped. So there's the little magnetic power adapter. My understanding is that goes right there. So, and it just clicks in place. I got the Surface type cover. Microsoft had billed that product as an optional, and people rapidly come to the conclusion it's really not optional. You really you need the keyboard for the device. You can do it without it. Obviously it works like a tablet. If you touch it, it'll pull up an on-screen keyboard, but this is a lot less of a pain in the neck. So slide that out. And this guy just sort of comes out of the back like so. And again, same little magnetic beads as we saw with the charger. And it jumps right in there. It's not going to come off. I'll do that one time for you. That's a pretty good fit. All right. I got to find the kickstand, and that's pretty simple. One of the observations I saw some folks make is that the cover doesn't magnetically clip, it doesn't lock in place, which wasn't popular with some of the other viewers and reviews that I saw. But we've got cases, so hopefully one of the cases will solve that problem. All right. Control panel. There we go. So you're flicking up from the base, and down the bottom right-hand corner it says All Apps. You get pretty much all the applications and everything, and there I see Control Panel down the lower right. Category view under Hardware and Sound. Hardware and Sound, and then click Add a Device. Add a device under Devices and Printers. Mouse. Microsoft Wedge Touch mouse. There we go. Now you can see them. And now we got a mouse. Yay. Okay, so there really is a little tiny bit of a physical click. I was expecting it to be like a touch sensor. There's actually a little physical click involved. And there's right click. Figure out how to do right click with the pen. Alright, at least we got this guy going. So now I'm a little happier. I've got my regular conventional mouse, real small. As you can see, as advertised, this little guy would fit where you would turn it off and it would fit right in your pocket. That is the Wedge Touch mouse. I was also looking at the other mouse that was the kind of like a curved mouse. You can straighten it out and put it into a little holster, but I may go back and have a look at that later on, see if I prefer that to this one. Next up, memory chip. Take this guy out. This is a 64 gig MicroSDXC chip from SanDisk. Granted, it's got 128 gig, but, you know, with all things technological, you always want more space, more space, more space. So the prices, you know, like everything else in the industry, are constantly going down. I bought the biggest chip, and that way it'll be, you know, it'll give the unit some longevity. There was nothing in the instructions on how to insert the SD card properly into the unit, which I found a little bit annoying. You know, I just got this. It cost me $900. I don't want to break it. I don't want to shove the thing in the wrong way. So you'll forgive me if I want to be a little cautious, all right? Okay, I'm going to stand up and show you this just so I can make sure this gets in focus properly. Hopefully you can see that okay. This is the SD card. The printed side faces towards you. This will be, as you're looking at the printed side of the SD card, this is the side where the, you know, your screen display will be. The bottom half of the SD card is flat. The top half of the SD card has this little dimple in it, like a little point where the mechanics are going to click in and lock it in place. The back of the SD card has the little gold pinouts. So the thing that was easy to find was that on the Surface Pro, the SD port is right here in the top right-hand corner. So like I was saying before, you take the printed side facing towards you, the little notch faces up. And this is a lot like installing an SD card into like a cell phone, if you've ever done that. There's a little tiny bit of spring mechanical resistance you're going to feel as you insert it in there. It's kind of one of those push in, click, and push it in again to, you know, and then a spring mechanism releases it kind of things. And you feel like a ratchet mechanism, and it clicks in there. Gives you a little message in the top. You hear some bings as it acknowledges that the unit's there. And basically, after it's in, it's smooth. Launching the Windows Explorer. There was, when I first inserted it before, there was an indicator down here that was installing some software so they could deal with the SD card. You'll see that. Let it run to finish its business first. You know, it sees the SD card. You can open it up. There's nothing in there right now. As well as you can see your C drive. So I'm going to leave the SD card in there. You can either use it as removable memory. To remove it, you either take your thumbnail or, you know, retract the graphite from a pencil or something. So there's nothing getting in there. Push it very gently in a little bit, and it'll just pop. And there's a little bit of a spring release, and it'll just pop right back out. Like I said, I'm going to leave it in there for extra storage. If I want to be able to have removable media, I'm either going to use the USB thumb drive or a cloud-based media. Okay, now I'm going to shut this guy down, and we're going to have a look at these cases. First, this is the Manvex leather folio case. There were some comments about earlier versions of this case. The holes in the case didn't line up. Later on, they posted that the problems had been solved. Everybody seemed really happy that the camera ports and all the other interfaces fit properly inside this case. So we're going to see how this looks. That was pretty painless. Lift that guy up. Velcro him onto the back there. Okay, the unit itself becomes like a kickstand. So we've still got the bottom here. We can snap the keyboard on, close it all up, and I can see the camera can see out. And there's the charging port on the side. There's our SD. This is the port for the video, the HDMI out on here. There's your USB, and there's your microphone and your volume controls right there. So I guess this enables us to stand you up like that. Oh, look at that, and the much decried no place to store my stylus problem. Look at that, there's a little elastic loop right at the top, bada bing, and now you're gonna be able to hang on to your stylus. Pretty sweet. Alright, plug you back in here. I wonder if that's two-directional. Guess we're going to find out. Yep, and I can see down at the bottom, it knows it's being charged. So that's interesting too. You can basically put the cord in from the top down or from the bottom up, and it seems to be able to charge it either direction you go. Alright, so we know we can see out the front-facing camera. Change camera. And we can see out the back. Cool. So the camera ports do actually work with this cover installed. So that's pretty sweet. Okay, let's do something else. I'm just going to put it in standby this time around. I think that'll be fine. So there's elastic band around the front side, because the thing doesn't magnetically close or anything like that. There's no Velcro, but there is an elastic band in this unit. Oh, we're snagging the pen, but put the elastic around the front, and now you've got a reasonably close, nice, tidy little notebook kind of feel to it. Alright, last but not least, this is the amCase neoprene cover. Folks said that this case was a little big. I'm hoping it is big, because I want to be able to put this whole thing in here. We'll see how this works out. And the answer looks like yes. amCase for the win. The entire apparatus zips up inside of the neoprene case. The neoprene cases are great because they're just a couple of bucks. If this thing gets destroyed over the years, you just spend, $10, $11 and get another one. Okay, that concludes my unboxing video for the Microsoft Surface Pro. I hope you found some of the content useful. If you would, give me a subscribe, hit the like button, and give me a couple comments down at the bottom. Let me know what you thought. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.